Hey there, beautiful souls. Before you even think about hitting that skip button, I want you to take a deep breath and stay with me for the next few minutes. What I'm about to share isn't just another motivational video. This is a life-changing journey into the heart of Stoic wisdom that has the potential to completely transform how you approach life, challenges, and your own inner peace. Imagine for a moment standing at the edge of a cliff, carrying a backpack filled with heavy stones. Each stone represents something you're desperately holding on to: past hurts, expectations, fears, regrets. These aren't just metaphorical weights, they're real burdens that are keeping you from soaring to your true potential. And today, we're going to explore 5 profound things you absolutely must release to truly thrive. The ancient Stoic philosophers understood something profound that most of us miss in our modern, chaotic world. They knew that true freedom isn't about controlling everything around you, but about mastering your internal response to life's inevitable challenges. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So why should you keep watching? Because what I'm about to share isn't just theory. These are practical, actionable insights that have been tested by some of the greatest minds in human history. These are wisdom nuggets that can help you transform your life, reduce your stress, increase your resilience, and find a sense of peace that most people only dream about. Let me be clear, this isn't about becoming emotionless or suppressing your feelings. This is about developing a profound understanding of what you can and cannot control, and learning to navigate life's turbulent waters with grace, wisdom, and inner strength. Before we dive deep, I want to make a promise to you. By the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap, a Stoic blueprint for letting go of the things that hold you back. You'll understand how to approach life's challenges with a sense of calm and perspective that will set you apart from the crowd. Are you ready to embark on this transformative journey? Keep watching, because what comes next could be the most important insights you'll encounter this year. The first release: letting go of external validation. We live in a world obsessed with likes, comments, followers, and external approval. Social media has turned validation into a constant, exhausting pursuit. But the Stoics understood something radical. Your worth is not determined by what others think of you. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, powerfully stated, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Think about that for a moment. In a world where we're continuously comparing ourselves to others, measuring our success by someone else's highlight reel, the Stoics offer a revolutionary perspective. Your value is intrinsic. It's not something granted by external sources. It's something you inherently possess. External validation is like a leaky bucket. No matter how much praise, recognition, or approval you pour into it, it never stays full. You're constantly chasing the next compliment, the next achievement, the next milestone, hoping it will finally make you feel worthy. But here's the truth. When you tie your self-worth to external validation, you give away your power. You become a puppet, with others pulling your strings, determining your happiness, your mood, your sense of self. The Stoic approach is different. It says your worth is not determined by your social media followers, your job title, your bank balance, or what your parents, friends, or society expect of you. Your worth is determined by your character, your integrity, your commitment to personal growth, and how you respond to life's challenges. Seneca, another great Stoic philosopher, eloquently put it, "No man is free who is not master of himself." When you stop seeking validation from the outside world and start cultivating internal validation, you become truly powerful. This doesn't mean you should become indifferent or stop caring about others' opinions entirely. It means understanding the difference between constructive feedback and baseless criticism, between genuine growth and people-pleasing. Practical steps to release external validation. Start a daily practice of self-affirmation. Set personal goals that are meaningful to you. Learn to sit with discomfort when you don't receive immediate external praise. Develop a strong sense of personal values. Practice self-compassion. Every time you catch yourself seeking validation, pause, ask yourself, am I doing this because it genuinely matters to me, or because I'm seeking approval. The second release, letting go of the illusion of control. Control is a seductive illusion. We love to believe we can manage every aspect of our lives, predict every outcome, and prevent every potential mishap. But the Stoics saw through this illusion centuries ago. Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control and some things are not." This simple statement is perhaps the most liberating philosophy you'll ever encounter. Let me break this down. There are things you can control: your thoughts, your reactions, your efforts, your attitude, your preparation. And then there are things you cannot control: other people's actions, external events, natural disasters, global economic conditions, other people's opinions about you. Most of our stress, anxiety, and frustration come from trying to control the uncontrollable. We waste enormous amounts of mental and emotional energy fighting against things we cannot change, instead of focusing on what we can influence. Imagine you're driving a car. You can control the steering, the speed, your route, but you cannot control the weather, the actions of other drivers, or unexpected road conditions. The Stoic approach is to prepare well, drive skillfully, but remain adaptable and calm regardless of what happens. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Practical strategies for releasing the illusion of control. Practice acceptance of uncertainty. Develop a flexible mindset. Create robust backup plans. Focus on your response, not the event. Meditate and practice mindfulness. When you truly internalize that you cannot control everything, you free yourself from unnecessary suffering. You become resilient, adaptable, and genuinely powerful. The third release, letting go of past regrets and future anxieties. Time is our most precious resource, yet we spend enormous amounts of mental energy dwelling in two places we cannot actually inhabit: the past and the future. Regrets are like ghosts that haunt our present moment. They're memories of things we wish we'd done differently, decisions we wish we could unmake. But here's the Stoic wisdom: the past is a canceled check. It has no real currency in the present moment. Seneca, with his profound understanding of human psychology, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about that for a moment. Most of our suffering is self-created, born from replaying past mistakes or catastrophizing about potential future scenarios. Stoic philosophy doesn't suggest you ignore the past or pretend painful memories don't exist. Instead, it teaches you to transform those experiences into wisdom. Every mistake, every failure is simply data, information you can learn from and use to make better choices moving forward. Imagine your past as a series of lessons, not a prison sentence. Each experience, whether painful or pleasant, has something to teach you. But the moment you start living in those memories, you stop living in the present. Future anxiety is equally destructive. We create elaborate mental scenarios of potential disasters, potential failures, potential catastrophes. We spend hours worrying about things that might never happen, draining our mental and emotional energy. Marcus Aurelius provided a powerful perspective. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. Practical strategies for releasing past regrets and future anxieties. Practice mindfulness meditation. Keep a reflection journal. Develop a growth mindset. Create actionable plans instead of worrying. Practice gratitude for the present moment. The fourth release, letting go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is a silent killer of joy, potential, and personal growth. It's the relentless pursuit of an impossible standard that leaves you exhausted, frustrated, and perpetually disappointed. The Stoics understood that excellence is not about being perfect, but about constant, incremental improvement. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Perfectionism is fundamentally a fear-based response. It's a defense mechanism that tries to protect you from criticism, failure, or judgment. But in doing so, It actually prevents you from taking risks, trying new things, and growing. Consider the Japanese concept of wabi-sabi, which the Stoics would have appreciated, the beauty of imperfection. It's the understanding that cracks, mistakes, and imperfections are not flaws to be hidden, but unique characteristics that tell a story. When you're trapped in perfectionism, you're essentially saying that anything less than absolute flawlessness is unacceptable. But life doesn't work that way. Progress is messy, learning is imperfect, and growth happens in the spaces between what we consider perfect. Seneca wisely noted, "No man was ever wise by chance. Wisdom comes from attempting, failing, learning, and trying again, not from achieving a mythical state of perfection." Practical strategies for releasing perfectionism. Embrace the concept of good enough. Celebrate small wins. Develop self-compassion. Set realistic, flexible goals. Learn to view mistakes as learning opportunities. The fifth release, letting go of unnecessary emotional baggage. Emotional baggage is like carrying a backpack full of rocks through life. Each rock represents an unresolved hurt, a grudge, a resentment, a past trauma that you've chosen to carry with you. The Stoics understood that holding on to negative emotions doesn't punish the person who hurt you, it punishes you. Marcus Aurelius articulated this brilliantly. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Forgiveness isn't about condoning bad behavior, it's about liberating yourself from the emotional prison of resentment. When you hold on to anger, pain, or hurt, you're giving someone else power over your emotional state. Think of forgiveness as a gift you give yourself, not the other person. It's a conscious decision to stop letting past experiences dictate your present and future emotional landscape. This doesn't mean you forget or allow harmful behavior to continue. It means you process the emotion, learn from the experience, and then consciously choose to move forward without being emotionally tethered to the pain. Epictetus provided profound wisdom. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. Practical strategies for releasing emotional baggage. Practice radical acceptance. Engage in therapeutic practices. Write forgiveness letters even if you don't send them. Practice emotional boundaries. Cultivate self-healing practices. We've journeyed through 5 profound releases: external validation, the illusion of control, past regrets and future anxieties, perfectionism, and unnecessary emotional baggage. But here's the most important thing to understand. Letting go is not a one-time event. It's a continuous practice, a daily commitment to yourself. The Stoic path is not about becoming emotionless or detached. It's about becoming so internally strong, so centered, that external circumstances lose their power to disturb your peace. Seneca captured this beautifully. We are often more frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Your transformation begins with a single choice, the choice to let go. Are you ready to embrace this journey?